Yeah, hi ladies and gents, this is Irene, seriously scrapping. I just want to share with you a project that I made. There we go. So this is, I think you'll call it a Concertina tag. And it looks like that. And if it's really chunky after you put things in it, like you could tie it up like this so it looks like a normal kind of tag tied up or from the front, but then when you want to open it, you open it like this. You can take just one side off to save you the trouble, and then inside you've got 3 bags that I've sewn, so that's how they look like from the bottom, from the top, and inside each one, you know, you can put whatever you want, tags and little avocado dyed vintage dictionary pages. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing how I made these, if you don't have a sewing machine, I just liked it with the sewing, the aspects of the black kind of sewing from the sewing machine I like. But if you don't have a sewing machine, you can just stick them together, yeah? But if you do have a sewing machine, I will show you how to make them. So this concept applies with whatever type of bag you got, and then you make your tags to fit. So I remember ages ago I came across these at a Savers, and I figured a good way to use these. So these are about the same size as these, you know, the normal tags you get. So these tags are about 16 centimeters by about 7 centimeters, and they fit perfectly. See? So all I've done, if you don't have your sewing machine, you just put a bit of glue on the fronts of each of them, and then put glue here and here, and then once the glue dries up, when it opens up, it'll be like a concertina or an accordion style. Alright, so let's get started. So first you'll get your tube, and when you open the sides, this is how it looks like here. So what you want to do is you want to get your two, stick them side by side like that, and then you're going to just sew that part together, because if you sew it from here, you're not going to get that concertina, you know. See how they open like a concertina? If you sew them together, they'll still be pockets, but they won't come out like that. Do you know what I mean? So remember, turn it to the side like that. All right. There we go. So the two that are sticking together is what's going to get sewn, and you're not going to sew those two, you're just going to sew these two that come together. So let's move the sewing machine in a little bit, and just move it to the side in case you're going to sew on it. It's alright to fold those down a little bit and have that like that. I'm using a straight stitch with black stitching. It looks coolest. Alright. So let me just show you what we got now. So this is what we got, yeah? So you want to do the same with the other side now. So we'll open it like that. We'll fold it down so it's out the way. Fold that down so it's out the way. So now you've only got these two. And when you're sewing, just come down. It doesn't matter if you can't come down all the way, you know. Just come down as much as the machine will let you. So yeah, so we're going to start stitching from the top and as much as the machine will let us, which is about there. And as I go down, I just put it in reverse a little bit and stitch back up and stop, and that's just to stop the thread coming out. There we go. So, right, so now we've got a little concertina going. Now we're going to grab the other one, and with the one we haven't sewn yet, we're going to stick the one we haven't sewn on yet on that one like this. We're going to fold that bit down, and now we're going to sew that. And reverse it a little. Okay. By the way, I've only got a sewing machine to do these stuff. I can't make clothes. I wish I could. And so now on the other side, we're going to do the same. Grab those two, fold that down and sew that other side. You could add another bag if you wanted to do like a 4 concertina. I don't want my page to be too bulky, you see. Hi Elena, aren't I a clever cookie? I thought of this last night. Look, people do have pocket concertinas, but I haven't seen anyone do this. So yeah. Alright, so this is how it looks like. So when you see, you've got that concertina going. So now you're going to grab your tag, your 2 tags on both sides. Alright, you could stick them on if you wanted to, but you know, I've already done this, why not? So at this stage, what I did here was I put that on top, but we'll do that later, don't worry, we don't want to make it too confusing. Let's just do this for now. Line them up like that, and then see where it goes. It's going to go, let's just start with one side of the tag. We'll start here. Actually, what I do recommend is putting it right on the bottom, because if you want your hole to thread like one of these, do you know what I mean? You, instead of having that come up, you won't be able to thread it through. So maybe just have it flush with the bottom. That way you have a bit of room up there to put like a little ribbon or whatever you want through it. Yeah. So we'll just start with one side of the tag, flush to the bottom, and we will start sewing. So when you start sewing this, you only want to sew on this back flap part. You don't want to sew any other flaps on, because it won't give you that concertina look when you open your tags up. So you can only sew that part on, not any of these. So here we go, like that. There we go. See that? And now you want to do the same on this side. So on this side now, this thing here, you're going to sew that down. See how easy it is? Alright, you can leave all your stringy bits hanging, or cut them if you want. So now you can see the concertina coming into play, see? By just sewing that bit here, it gives you that concertina look. So if I sewed that as well, I still could have had a little one, but if I sewed all of them, I wouldn't have had any. So that's why you're best just sewing one on, yeah? So now we're going to do exactly the same thing, but to the other side. Find that last one. There we go, just making sure, you know, that it's all measured properly. Hold it in place, and now you're going to sew like that. Yeah, it's a little bit harder because you've sewn the tag on the other side, so careful you're folding them back so they don't get caught. You don't have to go down that much yet. Just as much as you feel comfortable going down. So that's all I could go down because it was starting to get caught or whatnot. But that's okay as long as you've got that concertina, which I do have at the top. It doesn't matter if it's not sewn all the way down. So now all I have to do is sew this side down. Okay. Alright, so we've got it. So there's our little concertina, little tag concertina. I'm just going to cut these. I mean, if you like the grungy look, you can have them on, but I'll just cut them. And there, it's done. And because that's a bit too kind of boring, I want it kind of grungy, I just got me some of this dress paper and yeah, I'm going to dress it up with a bit of this. actually would have been smart to do this without before it got sewn on, but if you're confident about, you know, I think I can do it. Right, so now what I do is I'll go around and then I'll cut the edges. Hold on. They're my fabric scissors, I shouldn't be cutting paper with them. So I'm just going to go around the edges after it's sewn on and trim it away. There we go. And with the hole there, I just did that. Okay. Right. So there you go. If you're going to stick it on the back of the page like that and just have it kind of open like that, then you won't need to do the other side. So oh, this is the one that I did. Yeah, I've just got it in a pocket, you know. But if you wanted to actually stick it to the actual page, I suppose you could do that, couldn't you? Stick it to the back of the page and just have people open it up like that. But if it's too bulky, you can still have it tied down and stick it to the back of the page. Do you know what I mean? And have people open it and then tie it back up. But I reckon it looks funny like that. That's why I put it on a pocket. Like that. Yeah. So yeah. That is really cool. And then you can put all your little decorations in there. So, you know, you can put 3. Technically, you can put 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in here, those spaces will go right through. Do you know what I mean? But technically, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, there's 7 actual things. Do you know what I mean? You can put it inside here, inside there, inside. So yeah. But if you want to just go normal, it's like 3. There's 3. But isn't that cute? And so I went around and did it as much as I could. And again here, I can, you know, you can go around if you want the stitching to, you know, you can just move it up a little bit like that and stitch it, you know. Yeah, that is so cool. And I'll just quickly decorate the front of this just to make it look cute while I'm on here. I'll just quickly zoom in. Is that enough there? Alright. Let's see what I can do to the front to make it look cute. I've got all sorts of little bits and pieces. And fabric. I might use one of these little Tim Holtz dolls. I think that would be cute. Or we can use a little yo-yo flower. We can do both. But that's bulky enough without being this being a concertina, so we don't want to go in too bulky. So I think we'll let that go. Also, Elena, I wanted to ask you, honestly, if I was to do your album in this type of style, is that too grungy for you? Or, yeah, be honest. But I'll use, the papers you sent me, of course. So yeah, I'm actually going to make one of these after I finish decorating it, just with glue, to see if they work just the same, because I know not everyone has a sewing machine, so I'm sure it will turn out the same. I don't see why it shouldn't, but yeah. Here we go. Like it needs vintage button. Too big, maybe a smaller one. It doesn't look right. Don't like the buttons. I think we'll just put a bit of lace, maybe. Maybe on the bottom. I think now we can get away with putting the button. Yeah, beautiful. Alright, let me just quickly go grab a few more of the. Oh, there they are. Cool. Alright, so we'll grab 3 more of these bags. And just very quickly, and we've got the 2 tags. I'm going to do this real quick because I'm missing out on the bold and the beautiful, so I want to quickly go watch it. So, put some glue in the middle. Right, some glue in the middle. I'm putting a good dollop of the white glue. This is the good glue. Bonds fabric, paper, leather, plastic, glass. Dries clear, crafter's choice. Give it a good firm press. Now get your the same thing again, but this time I think, yeah, what's the glue in the middle again. We'll press that down on the bottom like we did with the sewing. Again, good dollop of glue. And the tag. Oops. Don't really need this, but if you've got it, might as well use it. You did pay for it. Okay. There we go. Ta-da! And it even works even Concertina wise. It opens up even more than these ones, because there's a bit of restriction here with the sewing. And I mean, it looks really cool with the sewing, you must admit, but it also looks cool without it, and it opens up a whole lot more. Look at that. That is so cool. If you really wanted to give it the sewing look, you could go back and just sew it along here, you know. But there you go. Doesn't need the. How cool is that? Okay, guys. Bye, Elena. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.